Welcome everybody to the Meet Damien channel. I am Damien, and in today's live stream, we're going to be talking about the U.S. stock markets and some notable stocks that did pretty well this week and reported their earnings, such as Lowe's, Target, uh, Nvidia, and MicroStrategy. We'll be talking about all those stocks here real quick here. On Friday live stream when we talk about stocks, but we'll also probably talk a little bit about crypto because Bitcoin did do pretty well as it made another all-time high earlier today, and it looks like it wants to go to 100K later on, probably this weekend. But yeah, let's look at the markets here. As you can see on the screen, the Dow Jones is up. It was up about 0.97%. NASDAQ up 0.16%, S&P 500 up 0.35%. So it was a positive day, nothing too crazy to write home about. Gold was up 1.62%, currently trading at $2,700. Oil at $71, and that one's up 1.54%. The U.S. Treasury, 10-year Treasury at 4.412, and it's down about 0.45%. VIX is showing that it's reading at 15.24, and that one's down about 9.6%. So less volatility out there. Just a normal day for the markets for the most part. But let's get right into talking about Lowe's here. Okay, the home improvement store. Lowe's, they're reporting here, according to CNBC, that Lowe's is beat on their earnings and they're hiking their guidance, but they still expect sales to fall this year. That's interesting. So maybe they're going to be cutting back on their expenses here to keep their earnings up. Because if revenue and sales is going down, then how else do you keep your earnings? How else do you make your earnings go up? Lowe's topped their third quarter earnings and revenue estimates on Tuesday, earlier this week. The home improvement retailer raised its outlook, but still expects full year sales to decline from the prior year. Lowe's rival Home Depot has said that customers are deferring big projects even after the Federal Reserve cut interest rates. So that's why they're anticipating a slowdown in sales. People aren't really doing home improvement projects like they used to or were a few years ago. It says here that Lowe's beat the Wall Street's quarterly earnings expectations on Tuesday as outdoor do-it-yourself projects, the home professional business, and stronger online shopping fuel sales. Yet, even with better than expected results, the home improvement retailer is predicting a year-over-year sales decline. The company updated its full-year guidance on Tuesday and now expects total sales between $83 billion and $83.5 billion, higher than its previous forecast for $82.7 billion to $83.2 billion. It said it expects comparable sales to decline 3% to 3.5%, slightly better than the 3.5% to 4% drop that it had previously anticipated. Lowe's is lapping a year ago period when the company lowered its outlook and sales tumbled nearly 13% year over year. It also cut its full year forecast in August as it predicted weak home improvement demand in the back half of the year because of high interest rates. In an interview with CNBC, the CEO, Marvin Ellison, said the retailer is still feeling pressure in the home improvement market, particularly on the do-it-yourself projects like redoing a kitchen or bathroom. He said the company is still waiting for the housing market to pick up and for homeowners to tackle more projects again. He says, we're going to get a new normal when it comes to mortgage rates, and I think that we obviously have not gotten there yet. Okay, so they're expecting mortgage rates and interest rates to go down, and then maybe they'll get some more business as people try to refinance their houses, take out home equity line of credits to go ahead and improve their houses and do the big projects that Lowe's makes money off of. Okay. Their earnings per share came at $2.89 adjusted versus $2.82 expected. Revenue was $20.17 billion versus the $19.9 billion expected. Shares closed on Tuesday at $259, down nearly 5%. I'm trying to see where their guidance is coming in here. Yeah, as I continue on reading down here, I'm looking for their guidance. I don't really see their guidance right here. They're not really talking about guidance here. Okay, so but they're expecting better earnings, I guess, going into next year as interest rates go down. I guess that's what they said in their guidance here. Uh, yeah, yeah, I've already read that. So they didn't really talk about their guidance here, but we could take a look at TradingView here to see what Lowe's has done and where it might go next. If I go into the daily chart here, you can see that Lowe's is currently trading at $264.68. That was this last trade for Friday. Tuesdays when they reported their earnings, so it's been red, and a gap down here on Monday. Some red candles here. It looks like this could be a possible double bottom here at the $259 level. I see, a candle wick over here, and then I see some couple of closes here and an opening. This leads me to believe that this could be a double bottom for Lowe's. We'll have to see if they get more good news. Maybe the stock can go up, but the trend is down right now. Okay, so the bearish case is that we just continue going down from there past that double bottom, probably down to over to the $248 level, $249 level, where we have some price support at that level for Lowe's. But overall, Lowe's looks like it has been in an uptrend all throughout 2024. So maybe you guys can catch if it does decide to go lower than where it's at right now and it goes into the $250 level. That might just be another higher low on the daily chart before we go up to higher prices here for Lowe's. We'll see if we get lower interest rates some more, and if they can get more earnings and revenue going into their next quarter for the first quarter of 2025. So let's move on to we'll move on to Target's earnings. Okay. Let me go ahead and type in Target here. So Target actually didn't really have, looks like their shares plunged after they reported their earnings here. Let's see what this article from Yahoo Finance is saying. Target CEO is guiding for some conservatism as the retailer misses earnings estimates ahead of the holidays. Target says that a few months ago, after suggesting a sales turnaround is afoot, Target has offered up an earnings day misfire from start to finish. On Wednesday, the retail giant badly missed third quarter Wall Street profit forecasts, slashed their full year guidance after raising it the previous quarter, and took a cautious stance on holiday sales and profits. So that's not good. Target stock then sank 21.9% in the session. By contrast, its rival Walmart, which we'll be talking about after this, beat expectations again significantly in a quarterly same-store sales performance, online sales growth, and overall narrative to investors. In its own report on Tuesday, Target has been slashing prices on food and other everyday essentials this year in a bid to compete. On a call with reporters, Target executives offered up little explanation for the U-turn in results, except to note that consumers are spending cautiously in more discretionary departments such as home goods. The company also felt the burn of unplanned costs in its supply chain as it added more inventory than it sold in the quarter. Never a recipe for success for a retailer. Target's veteran chairman and CEO Brian Cornell told Yahoo Finance that it has the appropriate approach for the holiday season, but it's guiding for some conservatism. So they're not expecting blockbuster sales for the holidays here. Cornell added that the holiday shopping season is off to a really good start, but acknowledged the biggest days are ahead of it. Walmart CFO John David Ridney told Yahoo Finance on Tuesday it has seen a brisk start to the season. Target stock was up 9% year to date, ahead of the results, lagging the S&P's performance of 24%. Walmart stock was up a cool 64% on the year. So Target looks like it has some issues going on over here. Probably a systemic issues. If they don't know why their sales are going down, it's probably because it's the company itself is not doing what it needs to do in order to get sales up and earnings up. That's my take on that. You guys can read some more about the Target earnings report, but we'll go ahead and look at we'll go ahead and look at TradingView here, and we'll see what Target stock has been up to and where it could go next. So Target is currently trading at $125.01. Oh, hey, William. Appreciate that. Yeah, we'll try to talk about Nerdy at some point here since you made that request. I'm going to do Target and then Walmart just to stay consistent here. And then we'll talk about Nerdy after that since you made that request. I appreciate you putting in that request. But yeah, let's just finish up here with Target. Target, after the report its earnings, it gapped down about 20% here. Now trading at like around $127, $125 level. And yeah, that's looking bad. It might get some more support here at the $109 level where we have some price support area where we were trading at back in October of 2023. But not looking good for a Target stock. This is looking bad for the year. I think they look like they're down for the year to date. And they've been in a downtrend ever since August of 2021. So Target needs to get their butt into gear. Okay. The only bullish case I have for Target is that this is looking like an inverse head and shoulder pattern. But as we start doing some more trading here, if we go sideways in this area, okay, if we start going up and down over here, okay, we might be able to create a support area. And then this might actually look more like an Adam and Eve pattern, which is also considered a bottom. So if we just bottom out here, we might see, if they get a good fourth quarter in their sales and earnings with the holiday season, we might see the stock get back up and go to higher prices here where we could see possibly the $160 level again for Target. But so far, not good. But could be a buying opportunity in this zone where we're at right now, $120 level. If we're not able to respect the $120 level, then we could see Target probably trade looks like right over here near the $80 level. Okay, I see a lot of price support area, and if I put in the VPR or the volume visual profile range here, that could give us a better idea as like where Target might trade at. Okay, if you look at these red and green bars here, yeah, it looks like the point of control is currently at like $73. So if Target's not able to hold $120, then look out below because you can see Target get down to like $70 here. So yeah, that's my take on Target. That's the bearish case on Target. The bullish case is that it's able to get some good earnings here for the next quarter, and then we can see Target get back up to like $160. All right, moving on to Walmart. We're going to talk about Walmart here next. So you see Walmart's currently trading at $90 today. Was the last trade that it made at $90.44. And if I look at the news, I want to see the Walmart earnings. Yeah, I just want the earnings report here. Okay. Okay, here we go. We'll go on to CNBC. And Walmart says that this article is saying here that Walmart hit the new highs and Target dives after earnings as rivals diverge even more. They go on to say that both discounters are contending with price-conscious shoppers, but Walmart reported improving trends with discretionary merchandise and sharper gains with online sales. Several analysts downgraded Target stock, saying it's losing its share to Walmart and Amazon. Okay, all right, that makes sense now, because we just talked about Target, and I said they need to get their butt into gear, and it sounds like they're getting some competition here from their long-term rival that they've always had, which is Walmart, but they're also getting competition from Amazon as well. So that makes sense. Yeah. Target stock tumbled. Yep, we know about that. A day after Walmart shares soared to an all-time high as a rival retailer earnings report again underscored how their performance has diverged. All right, we talked about Target already here. Walmart hiked its full-year forecast. It said it's gaining upper-income shoppers and seeing better trends for sales of merchandise outside of the grocery department, even as consumers look for value. So I guess Walmart's doing something right here, unlike Walmart. Walmart's doing something right here, unlike Target. Customer traffic gains were similar at the two stores, yet Walmart's sales trends look much better than Target's. Walmart's traffic growth edged out its rival with a gain of 3.1% at Walmart versus 2.4% at Target. Walmart's same-store sales rose 5.3%, while Target's increased only 0.3% year over year. Yikes. Walmart's e-commerce sales in the U.S. rose 22%, a bigger increase than the 11% at Target. So that's the thing about Walmart, is that they really honed in on their skills in doing their online sales. It looks like it's paying off in dividends here as they get more volume and more traffic going to their store and also on their online side of their business. Just want to see if they're not really reporting earnings per share over here for Walmart. Yeah. Let me just type in WMT over here, and then we'll see if we can get the actual news release of the earnings per share. I can look at it right here. Q4 earnings per share came at 74 cents for I'm sorry, nope, that's Q. Walmart reported fourth quarter 2024 earnings of 60 cents per share. Okay. Let's look at the stock on TradingView here. And as you can see, Walmart is currently trading at $90.44. And it's been an uptrend all throughout 2024. And I just like what I'm seeing here because, Walmart is in this uptrend and it's above the 21 EMA and it's also above the 50, which is above the 100-day moving average, which is above the 200-day moving average. And when you see the moving averages in their proper order here, that just means we're in a bull trend for the most part here. And as long as Walmart keeps doing what it's doing, we'll continue being in that bull trend. Looks like we got a gap up here probably around August. Not sure why that's the case. Looks like it might have been related to their earnings that they reported. And the earnings for that quarter, looks like they had a beat. And that was like 50, they reported 67 cents, which was above their 64-cent estimate. And they had a revenue beat where they had $169 billion reported versus their $168 billion. And yeah, I can click on the earnings that they just did right now. Their earnings for the fourth quarter. It looks like it was reported at 58 cents here. And the estimate was 53 cents. So they had like roughly a 5-cent beat. And the revenue came in at 169 billion versus 167 billion. So they had a $1.91 billion beat on their revenue. And I can't really come up with a bearish case on Walmart. If Walmart actually decides to go down for whatever reason, it's going to get support off at least the 50-day moving average here. And that's sitting at $82.11. But if it does go any further than that, then it might get some support at the 100-day moving average. But these moving averages are going to keep on increasing as the days go by. So those numbers might be off. I really don't see anything bearish about Walmart right now. As long as they keep kicking butt and doing pretty well on their online sales and their retail stores with the foot traffic that they're getting, I see more of a bullish case for Walmart versus a bearish case. But yeah, it could get some support. Like there's some support here at the $70 level that I'm seeing right here. And if we just look at the VPR, like there's actually a pretty strong volume here at $80. So $80 seems to be like the nice level where Walmart, if it does go down, is probably going to get a bounce off for $80. The bullish case is that it just keeps doing what it's doing, and it just keeps on following that trend line. If I do a little trend analysis here, I mean, as long as Walmart keeps doing what it's doing and it doesn't break below that yellow line, you can expect Walmart to stay above that yellow line. And as we head over to like maybe $100 Walmart share price, and somewhere in 2025. All right, so we're gonna move on to this other stock, NRDY. Nerdy. Let's see. William said, you said the CEO has made huge insider buys, and Trump is going to change the education sector and put billions into online education businesses. Okay, let's look at Nerdy real quick here. Oh man, looks like Nerdy might have hit a bottom here. Nerdy Incorporated. All right. So this stock used to trade almost as high as about $10 back in June of 2021, and now it's currently trading at $1.40 here. And that stock, right? I mean, this could possibly be a double bottom, is what I'm seeing right now on this stock. The point of control right now is at 96 cents. You see this white line, and you got the VPR, the VP here, volume, range, visual profile. And the point of control for this stock is at $1.02. And I see a possible double bottom, which has already looks like it's already been created here. The bottom here came at about 72 cents on August 12th of 2024. And I see another bottom with a candle wick all the way down to 75 cents. And it looks like it's been green candle ever since Thursday, November 14th here. And according to my friend here that made the request, the CEO of this company has made some huge insider buys, and Trump is going to try to change the education sector and put billions into online education businesses. That's interesting. Let me see if I can pull this stock up on CNBC just to find out what it actually does here. I'm assuming it's online education. Go ahead and show you from CNBC here. They have the profile of Nerdy, and it says that Nerdy operates a platform for live online learning. The company platform leverages technology, including AI, to connect students, users, parents, guardians, and purchasers of all ages to tutors, instructors, subject matters, educators, and other professionals. Okay, so it's online education, and they're using AI, it looks like, to do some of this education. It's basically a tutoring service. Okay. So yeah, there might be some potential here with the AI and tutoring. The good thing about a company like this is everybody always needs an education. So the education business does well even during a recession. people still need to go to school. So that's good to know. And the fact that they're using AI technology, that leads me to believe that there's a future for this company. However, it looks like it did take a beating ever since 2021. Yeah, it took a beating. Let me see if there's any news articles here. He says something about like Donald Trump and the CEO doing some insider buying here. And wow, okay, it says there's no recent news for this security. Okay. Let me see if I could just type into Google here. See if there's any news that came out. Says that its shares bounced 31%, but its business still trails the industry. JP Morgan downgrades Nerdy on November 11th, 2024. Analysts cut their EPS forecast substantially. Okay. All right. So you guys might want to dig into some more news here. I don't really see anything about the CEO. Let me see. Nerdy CEO buying. Oh, this came out a day ago. Interesting. So this article is from investing.com, and they're saying that the Nerdy CEO, Charles Cohn, buys $780,000 worth of his own stock in this company. Chief Executive Officer of Nerdy recently acquired a significant number of company shares according to a filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission. On November 18th, he purchased 796,000 shares at an average price of 98 cents per share, and it came out to about $780,000. Cohn now holds 21 million shares, almost 22 million shares. Okay. Oh, here we go. This is some good stuff. Looking ahead, Nerdy anticipates Q4 revenue to be between $44 million and $47 million, with full year revenue estimates ranging from $186 to $189 million. Analysts from Canaccord has adjusted its outlook on Nerdy, reducing the price target to $2.50 from the previous $3, while maintaining a hold rating on the stock. The adjustment follows the company's recent earnings report and the anticipation of a temporary drop in active consumer platform members during the fourth quarter. Canaccord projects an improvement in the company's fundamentals starting in fiscal year 2026. These are recent developments for Nerdy as it navigates market challenges and focus on sustainable growth. All right. You guys can do some more reading and research on Nerdy. We got some other stocks we want to cover here. So yeah, I think the next one we'll talk about here is going to be Baidu. Let's go ahead and take a look at Baidu. They reported earnings. So Baidu closed out the day at $80.33. It's a Chinese company, internet search provider company. Rivals, I think, Google. It's like the Google of China. And let's see what they have for the news. All right, here we go. I think I want to see this one. Here we go. Earnings report. Baidu posts a 3% drop in third quarter revenues, beating market expectations. Okay. So they expect to lose more money, I'm assuming. Chinese tech company Baidu on Thursday reported better than expected revenue and profit for the third quarter. Baidu noted a 12% surge in its non-online marketing revenue to the equivalent of $1.1 billion, mainly driven by its artificial intelligence cloud business. Chinese tech giant Baidu on Thursday posted a 3% annual drop in third quarter revenue, nevertheless beating market expectations amid AI cloud growth. The revenue print came in at $4.78 billion for the quarter ending on September 30th. Net income for the period rose by 14% to $1.09 billion. Baidu noted a 12% surge in its non-online marketing revenue to the equivalent of $1.1 billion, mainly driven by its artificial intelligence cloud business. The company's U.S. traded shares fell 2.3% at 8:42 a.m. Eastern Time in pre-market trading following the release of its results. Here's what analysts expected the company to report for the quarter. They were supposed to have $4.63 billion in revenue and $857 million in income. Baidu reported revenue of $4.75 billion and a net income of 6.68 billion yuan. I'm not sure what the conversion rate is at, but I'm assuming it was a better income than what they were estimating it to be. All right. Let's get into looking at it on TradingView here, because the charts pretty much tell you how what the news is going to be for the stock. All right, Baidu. Baidu last traded at $80.33. Let me just get rid of the volume VPR here. Oh, interesting. This stock also looks like it's taking a beat down from levels that it was at back in earlier years here. Looks like Baidu had a lot of price performance gains back in February of 2021, probably during COVID-19, and has been dropping down, making lower highs and lower lows here ever since then. Let's try to see if we can just focus on 2024 here, though. Looks like Baidu started the year at like roughly $113 at the beginning of 2024, but it's been making lower highs and lower lows ever since then. So Baidu is in a downtrend here. The only thing that gives me any possible optimism here is that looks like Baidu has been making, once again, a little double bottom. You've maybe even a triple bottom here. We have like a bottom here on like September 9th where we were trading at $80.86 as the lowest point, and then also here back on August 5th here we got down to $79.68. Get down to $80 where we are currently today. If Baidu just keeps on trending downward, then maybe there might be some support here at the. It looks like we have some support here at some candle wick at $73.58. But this stock should be bottoming out because I don't think I've seen the stock get any lower than where it is right now. We have to go all the way back to like May and June of like 2011, and even like here in like April 2013. Let me see if I turn the VR VP, see what it thinks that. So we have a point of control at like $40 here. Just looking at this price action from years ago. But if I just take it to where we are right now, yeah, it still has a point of control at $40. So that's a yikes. Maybe you might get some support at $40. All right, no, looks like we reset here. Okay, yeah, that seems better. So it looks like the point of control for Baidu is actually $103 based on all the price action we've had in the last 5 years here. And we're below that. So maybe Baidu might actually be a value play if they can get their get everything back on track again with their online business and get some more performance out of their artificial intelligence cloud business. This might be the lowest prices you might see for Baidu going into 2024. I'm sorry, going into 2025. I see the almost like a triple bottom here on Baidu. I'm not sure if it's going to go any lower. It could go lower. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Looking at years prior, it could possibly go down to $40 and do a 50% haircut from where it is right now. But it looks like Baidu is going to probably end up bottoming out here and try to go back up to the point of control at like 100, $140. So that's my bone that I'll throw to the bulls out there for Baidu. All right. See if there's any aside. I think we were going to talk about MicroStrategy and talk about Bitcoin. Let me just make sure I covered the stocks that I wanted to cover for today. Oh, I mean, Nvidia was another stock that I wanted to look at as well. They reported pretty decent earnings for the most part, but it wasn't enough to get investors excited to push the price up higher. They have high expectations here for Nvidia. We'll just look at the chart real quick here. For Nvidia currently trading at $141.95. Yeah, look at the point of control. Point of control is at $87. Yeah, I don't think Nvidia is going to go down there anytime soon. So if I look at the earnings report, if I just click here, it says that earnings came at, they were expecting 74 cents. They reported earnings of 81 cents per share. About a 6% surprise or 8% surprise on earnings. Revenue came in at 35 billion. They were expecting 33 billion, so that's a 1.9 billion dollar surprise. So they're beating their earnings. It just wasn't enough to get investors happy and excited to bid up the price on Nvidia, because Nvidia, it reported its earnings on Wednesday. Okay, let me just get rid of the VP here. It reported its earnings on Wednesday, and it gapped up on Thursday. Okay, it did gap up because we closed out on Wednesday at $145, but then we opened up at $149, and investors did push up the price to $152.89, but then we pushed it back down, and we went as low as $140 on Nvidia on Thursday, and then we closed out with a red candle at $146. But then Friday they continue pushing the price down, and they pushed it right below the 21 EMA. The 21 EMA should give some support here. But if we lose the 21 EMA, then I see Nvidia coming down probably to like this level here, where we have a low, our last localized low that we made on the daily chart here, and then also another low here. So like I see like $131 as a nice support area for Nvidia, and you can see that's where we topped out here in like August. And we have some candle wicks and candle closes here in July. So $130 should give some support for Nvidia if it decides to go lower for any reason. And then you also have the 50-day moving average, which is currently at $134. So 134, 131, low 130 should be a good value area to buy Nvidia at, just looking at the charts. The bullish case for Nvidia is that it just keeps going up on the uptrend that it's doing right now. We do have a really nice double bottom that we made here in August and September, and that shot the price up already. And if I just do a Fibonacci analysis here, measuring from the bottom to the top, where we bottom out in September, and we take it to where we topped out here in November, right? Where we top out, we got as high as $153. Then the fib extension. Ooh, my fib extension didn't do that. Yeah. I gotta do this all the way around. Okay. Much better. Okay. So the fib extension is saying that we could see a NVIDIA price here of $184.82 at the 1.618 extension level. And then there's also the 2618 at $236. That's probably going to be sometime in 2025 here for NVIDIA. Just zooming in here, like I said, the $133, $134 level is a nice solid support area. And it also happens to be where the 0.618 golden pocket level is for the golden retracement is at $133. So keep that number in mind for you NVIDIA investors and traders. If you see NVIDIA get down to $133, you might want to start buying at that level because you have your fib level here, the 0.618 retracement level at $133. Just analyzing using the Fibonacci analysis here. So, yeah, be on the lookout for $133. That should be a good area to buy NVIDIA if you ever do see it get down that low. Anything's possible. Just because the stock is and the company is doing well with their earnings doesn't mean that we can't have a bad day in the markets through the macro levels. You know, could be something going on in another country, starting another war or something, and then it causes a good scare in the stock market, and then maybe you can scoop up some NVIDIA shares at $133. That would be my value area play for NVIDIA. We're going to talk about one more stock here. We're going to talk about MicroStrategy, which had a really good week here. I think it's at all-time highs right now. MicroStrategy currently at $421.88, up 6% today, up $24 for the day. And MicroStrategy had a really good Thursday where we got as high as $543. We opened that candle. We opened the day at 535 and we got as high as 543, but then we closed out at 397. So not sure what that's all about, but I believe that is the all-time high for MicroStrategy. And the reason why MicroStrategy is making these all-time highs, right? Because I really don't see how it, I'm going back like all these years here. I mean, MicroStrategy was high back in 2000, and we've seen MicroStrategy as high as like $319 here, $333. So it's never been this high before. And the reason why it's going this high is because they've been buying Bitcoin hand over fist, and they've been using their debt, convertible notes, and they've been using equity in their stock to buy as much Bitcoin as they can. The CEO, Michael Saylor, and he's also the founder of the company, is a big believer in Bitcoin, and he has been buying a lot of Bitcoin over the last few years now here. And we now have the price of Bitcoin at like almost $100,000 for Bitcoin. We'll take a look at Bitcoin real quick to end this video. Yeah, it's been such a good value play for adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet that it's been shooting their stock up all throughout 2024 here. The price of Bitcoin goes up and so does the stock, even though they're just a technology company that wasn't even related to Bitcoin. They're getting the benefit of having Bitcoin on their balance sheet here. So I have done a Fibonacci analysis here, and looks like we could see a $796 MicroStrategy sometime in the future here. That would be the 1.618 Fibonacci level, extension level. And then there's a 2.618 level, which says that we could see MicroStrategy get up to like $1,200 here, $1,269. What an amazing time to be alive. That's pretty much like a 3x from where MicroStrategy is at right now. And that could easily happen, especially if Bitcoin does a 3x from where it is right now. If we see a $300,000 Bitcoin, you might see a $1,200 MicroStrategy. And we'll take a look at Bitcoin here real quick so you can see where I'm coming from. Bitcoin is currently trading at $98,906. And, it looks like Bitcoin wants to keep on climbing higher here. We have seen Bitcoin get as high as $99,860, about $140 short from being 100 grand. Okay. And that happened today on Friday, November 22nd. And who knows, maybe it actually goes up to $100,000 later on this weekend. So yeah, just do a quick analysis here on Bitcoin. I noticed that Bitcoin has been in this parallel channel that I've plotted out and charted out here. Looks like we're trying to break out to the parallel channel, but we got sent back down here. We do have some candle wicks here that have gone above the parallel channel, and I can just readjust it to include the wicks here, but we're staying on this nice steady uptrend as more people start waking up to how it really is and how it just keeps going up as the years go by. And yeah, we're in a post halving. The Bitcoin halving occurred, I believe, April of 2024. And usually Bitcoin just continues going up in price because there's a supply shock every time it does that. And yeah, I think we're seeing that supply shock right now taking effect in the Bitcoin. And then we had the Bitcoin ETFs that came out earlier this year, back in like January of 2024. And that has created a demand shock. Now Wall Street, pension funds, insurance companies, banks can actually buy Bitcoin via the Bitcoin ETFs. So who knows what that's going to do to the price of Bitcoin? And we could see a $300,000 Bitcoin in the future. Why not? I don't know if I want to do any more analysis on Bitcoin. You guys can look at my cryptocurrency videos to see more analysis on Bitcoin. I'm trying to stick to with stocks here, but I just want to show you like this is the reason why MicroStrategy is going up, because they've been buying Bitcoin and Bitcoin's been going up in price, especially in last couple of months here. That is why MicroStrategy is skyrocketing to new all-time highs, and that might actually lead to some companies deciding to do the same thing if they get a little bit more confident about Bitcoin staying at these high prices and going higher. Then you might start seeing other companies adding Bitcoin into their balance sheet and also increasing their stock price because of that decision. But this has been another live stream here about stock market and looking at stocks here that had some good earnings reports and newsworthy items that occurred this week. I plan on doing another stock market video next Friday at 5 p.m. Actually, wait a minute. That would be Black Friday. That might actually not happen. I might have to do the stock market video for Wednesday of next week, right before Thanksgiving. So yeah, let's plan on 5 p.m. Wednesday. I'll do a stock market analysis video. We'll talk about whatever stocks had no newsworthy events going on for that week. And yeah, my next crypto live stream is going to be on Sunday at 5 p.m. because there's not really much going on in stock market world. So we might as well look at the cryptocurrency world during the weekend. You can expect to see me at 5 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday talking about cryptos. Okay. Guys, I appreciate you coming out to this live stream. Go ahead and click the like button if you enjoyed this live stream here and want to see some more videos like this and you're new to the community, then go ahead and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you know when I go live again. Guys, take care and good luck investing and trading and whatever you decide to invest and trade in.